What is up, my dog Lawson here?
Oh my God. It's really good to dunk your bait casters into salt water and sand.
Jacob, that's a 40 on the rat. Come on! Game plan is Headwaters of Loxahatchee. It's the river that I grew up fishing. It means a ton to me. It's really cool because it's a brackish water system, so everything's kind of fair game. And as I've grown fishing, I've found that I love to target everything from snook, tarpon, largemouth, redfish. Doesn't matter. When you go into a brackish system, it's like that special meeting ground where all of that can come together. It's also where I grew up learning how to fish. The Headwaters, there's a state park that I would just get dropped off as a kid and spend literally the entire afternoon during the summers walking, fishing the bank, trying to catch bass, snook, tarpon, anything that I could. Really special, beautiful place. Not a lot of places like it on earth, honestly. That is a big, nasty storm brewing off the coast right now that's just swirling around us. So, I mean, I think we're just gonna sit at the boat ramp and see what it does and then decide if we feel like braving the elements or if we have to improvise. What is up, my dogs? Lawson here. So, we have 3 goals today. Snook, tarpon, largemouth bass. One of the kind of unforeseen special things about doing all this social media, YouTube content for so long is just kind of the sense of community that's got built around it for me of when I go into a tackle shop or I'm at the boat ramp and someone comes up that has watched my videos, and it's just very funny when they might just walk up and say, "What's up, my dog?" Because there's a period of time for 4 or 5 years where that's where I started every single video. And it's just this kind of special thing of like, oh, I know that they have watched me for a long time, or even just referencing random one-off things from the videos. It's like one of the most special things to me in the world to, know that someone appreciates what I do in that way. So we're just cruising along the mangroves right now. It's one of my favorite parts about fishing in a brackish water river like this is that kind of anything's on board. We can catch snook, tarpon, largemouth bass, there's bowfin, anything that could be in freshwater or saltwater. Like, we're in that perfect conglomerate zone where you'll see them. And so often I've been in 3 feet of water and have a bull shark swim by, and you look up 100 yards down the river, there's an alligator as well. Like, it's a magical, magical place. And we're gonna see if we can get stuck into something while we're doing it, while we're just enjoying the outside. I think I'm gonna pick up a little tarpon stick. See if we can floss a silver one. We have just been getting an insane amount of rain over the past month. And of course, the night before it dumped 7 inches of rain probably. With all this rain and water, the river level is up nearly 2 feet, and all of the small fish are able to push just way back into the mangroves, into the cypress fields, into this swamp that surrounds the river. And it was tough. Normally you go out there and you just hope to whack a few small fish and occasionally hook a decent one. Maybe you catch a giant. We were grinding to catch anything, to get any bite, because the fish just get so spread out and dispersed. All right, I'm gonna pull up and basically go all the way to the back of the river, and we won't stop until we basically run out of water to fit this boat into. We're gonna go all the way back to basically where, like, we can't take the boat any further, and then we'll just start fishing with the water drifting back. And we'll probably not start the engine for 2 hours after that. And what's so cool is like coming through here, you can literally visually see the change of a brackish water river of like I said, like the mangroves disappearing, that turns into cypress, and it's just awesome. Maybe it's ADD, maybe it's being intelligent, or maybe impatient, I'm not sure which one. I change baits nonstop. If I'm not getting bit, I basically will change baits because I have confidence that there should be fish in a lot of these areas that we're passing, and we're making changes based on a few things. Water clarity is really poor. We've been getting just an unbelievable amount of rain over the past few weeks, and normally this river is very, very clear, like 6 feet of visibility, and right now it is very, very dirty. So white is your friend, and things that have bright colors like chartreuse are your friends as well. Oh, tiny little snook. I don't think that's quite the size fish we're looking for, is it? A baby dangler. Literally had that hung over that tree branch and saw him wake on it, so I just let it bounce up and down underneath that tree branch, and he came up and ate it. We are in a river right now in Florida that has some of the, I'd say, biggest snook in the US. Not the world, and we have about a 12-incher. Okay, the first day was really, really tough, and after you fish for 4 or 5 hours with only 1 or 2 bites, you get rained on for 2 hours, it's near the end of the day, and you're thinking, man, I don't know if we're gonna catch any fish. You kind of look around and you think, yeah, you know what, throwing some live bait probably would have been a really good cop out, or a lot easier way. At this point, like, I am really blessed that I get to fish a lot and fish for a living, that I don't find it super rewarding anymore to catch fish and live bait. And don't get me wrong, I still have caught all of my biggest snook and tarpon, things like that, on live bait, but they're more special to me, the ones that I've caught on lures, compared to the ones I've caught on live bait, because it's just about the effort and the work that goes into it, and really trying to figure out the puzzle of these fish. Of, okay, they're up here in the spillway, they're eating this type of bait, they're gonna be looking for this, but we need to have a darker color because the water's dirty. It's a puzzle that you get to figure out, and when it all does get figured out, it's one of the most rewarding feelings. When all this rain has come down, it really changes the ecosystem of the river, I guess you could say. You know, there's thousands of canals dug over South Florida, and what would happen normally is the rain would come down, it would fill the marshlands, and these fingerling creeks would reach into the marshlands, and the water would flood out naturally. And there is a little bit of that still, but now all of these irrigation canals dug through neighborhoods, farmland, whatever, they run all the water and then they dump them through spillways into the river system. But that being said, when you get a ton of rain, the water in the river gets blown out because it's now being unnaturally injected with water, where over time, before all of this infrastructure is made, the water would dump in and kind of flow in naturally, and it might take months, but it would drain out through the wetlands and come into the river and naturally flow all the way out the inlet. And then you get all this rain, you just get a huge influx of water, and that does a few things to the fish. It either blows them out, or some of the big fish see that as an opportunity to swim and go to those spillways and line themselves up at a conveyor belt of bluegill and cichlid and bass. boom. There's one. It looks like a big fat snook. Gosh, he's caught in the current. That is a fat, freaking fat snook. Holy moly. We got one. That is a special fish right there. Although it may not look like much, this is not a common snook or standard snook. This is called a fat snook. You can see how girthy that little body is. This to me is almost like a combination of a largemouth and a snook. That's not what they are, but that's what they look like. You know, it has the body of a largemouth, a big